Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to the Miami Heat. Will he play like a former MVP and a former Defensive Player of the Year? Or will he play like a player on the decline? What is up, basketball fans, Milwaukee Bucks fans, Miami Heat fans? Shout out to my San Antonio Spurs fans. Welcome to TSR Sports. And I woke up this morning to this Giannis trade, which I'm sure many of you woke up to and said, what happened last night? I'm going to do a quick recap of the trade. And then what is that giant F doing there? Well, I'm going to go into that in just a few moments as well. But let's recap the trade. The Miami Heat receive Giannis and Bobby Portis. Milwaukee Bucks receive Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Kasparis Giannakis, which was, I believe, the Heat's first-round pick last year. This year's 13th overall pick, 2 unprotected first-round picks in 31 and in 33, a 2030 pick swap, and a second-rounder in 2033. Whew. That is a lot. When I look at this trade, I clearly see one team that is going into win-now mode, which would be the Miami Heat, and one team that is rebuilding and planning for the future in the Milwaukee Bucks. And the Miami Heat will be a playoff team for sure with Giannis, but I still have them behind the reigning NBA champion New York Knicks, and now behind the Boston Celtics as well. Of course, keep an eye on the Celtics, what happens with Jaylen Brown. I digress. The Bucks being a rebuild mode. I like this. A bunch of young guys, draft picks. But before we get back to the Miami Heat portion of this trade, I just want a little friendly reminder, or not friendly reminder, depending on how you look at it, up the Milwaukee Bucks debacle over the next 4 years. What is this? If you don't remember, this is Damian Lillard's contract. He's currently with the Portland Trailblazers, but the Bucks are paying him $22.5 million over the next 4 years because they bought him out. D-U-M-B, dumb. What an absolute mess. So the Bucks needed to make a change. They're stuck with this salary. Who knows if they'll try to re-sign Tyler Hero with his contract because of this. They're going young, they're going cheaper. This is the right move with this mess. Getting back to Giannis. Former MVP, former Defensive Player of the Year, and when he played last season in just about 29 minutes a game, he was great. He averaged 28 points a game, just about 28. That's almost a point a minute. Shot a career-high 62% from the field, was still grabbing about close to 10 boards, 5 assists. He was great when he played. He was great when he actually played. There's the key there. He missed 46 games at the end of the season, and there was, some controversy on whether he could have actually played near the end of the season or not. But he has not been the most durable guy this decade. When you pull up his games played over the last 5 years and this year, he's missed quite a bit of time. That is a lot of games missed. And he's going to be 32 this season, entering year 14. There's a lot of miles in that body. And sure, you might say, TSR, LeBron James, look what he's doing. I get it. LeBron is an anomaly. But I always worry when a player is past the age of 30 and has a huge contract, and a big part of the game relies on their physicality. Giannis is not Steph Curry. He's not going to be launching threes from 30 feet from the rim. That's not his game. His big part of his game is he's the Greek freak. How much longer can he dominate people? Well, let's first get into the question I start with opening the video. Former MVP, former Defensive Player of the Year, or a player on the decline. I think you're going to see a little of both. Heat fans, my opinion, are going to experience what Milwaukee Bucks fans have experienced the last 5 years. Giannis will be a top 5 player in the NBA for the next 2 seasons. He'll probably miss about 20 games a year, give or take a few. The Heat will make the playoffs both seasons. He's got a guaranteed contract this coming season. He's got a player option the following season for $61 or $62 million. I fully expect him to pick up that option. And I think the Heat will get knocked out probably in the second round, roughly, give or take. Maybe the first round, maybe in the Eastern Conference Finals even. But I think they'll get knocked out and they will not be an NBA Finals team for the next 2 years. And after that, it'll be 34. I think that's when we're going to start to see the decline to start to set in with Giannis. Between all the mileages on his body, from all the years he's played, to the age, to the injuries he's had throughout his career. I think all that's going to start catching up to him. I hope I'm wrong for the record. He's a extremely fun player to watch. I may be a Spurs fan, but Wemby going against Giannis is a blast. I want to see good basketball, and Giannis is obviously a tour de force on both ends of the court. He's been playing a while. And again, all those injuries and the age do concern me. And there's also the big question mark that we don't even know. Will the Heat extend or re-sign him? Or just flat out leave. Will he not even pick up his player option? Would be crazy if the Heat just mortgaged their future on Giannis and he only plays one season. I don't see that happening. I fully expect him to pick up his player option, but that would suck if you're a Heat fan if you gave away all this young talent, all these draft picks. He plays for 1 year, you get knocked out in the second round, and he does not come back. So that is why, overall, I don't like this trade. It would be much different if Giannis was in his 27, 28, etc. But the Bucks are giving up, the Heat, are giving up so much for a guy I don't think makes you an NBA champion at the moment. If I'm wrong, then I'll certainly have to revisit this video and be like, man, I absolutely blew it. But I am going to give Miami Heat an F. I can't imagine there's too many people out there, hence the title of the video. I think I'm in the minority with saying that I don't like this trade for the Miami Heat. I really don't like this trade as a Spurs fan. Many just, because people may comment, you're just jealous because the Spurs didn't get Giannis. I have said on this channel for years, I didn't want Giannis. The only trade that I would maybe be open to would be De'Aaron Fox straight up for Giannis. And there was no way that was going to happen, because then we can just get rid of that Fox contract, start Dylan Harper. Giannis would start at the 4. We're good. And there was no way, shape, or form that was ever going to happen. The Spurs would have to give up a ton of first-round picks, maybe one of their young guns. So I never wanted Giannis because of the cost, and it was never going to happen. So Heat fans, if you're happy with this, I am sincerely happy for you. If you love this move, and if it works out, great for you, really. Bucks fans, it's got to hurt to see the face of your franchise go that's been there for over a decade. That's all I got. Heat fans, Buck fans, let me know your thoughts. If you're watching the video, you happy with the trade? Did you not like the trade? Oh, I forgot to grade the Bucks. I'm sorry. I gave the Heat an F. I'm actually giving the Bucks an A. They fully embraced the rebuild, which they need to do. Clearly what they were doing was not working. Bringing in Damian Lillard, bringing in Miles Turner. They might move on from Miles Turner. Milwaukee, I didn't like what they were doing trying to build around Giannis, and they finally have realized it ain't working. He's not happy there. Move on from him. Bring a bunch of young talent in. Get a bunch of draft picks. Eat that Dame contract and start over. So let me know in the comments down below. And Spurs fans, actually to my Spurs fans, I know some of you are watching. Now that you've seen the cost of Giannis, what would you have, because there are some of you out there that would have wanted him, what would you have given up realistically? Probably to match salary, given up De'Aaron Fox, maybe another young player like Carter Bryant. Maybe they request Dylan Harper plus some draft picks. Would you have given up that for Giannis? I'll be live tonight with Miss TSR for the NBA draft, and we'll be live tomorrow for round 2 as well. I'm excited. Hope you're excited. That's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Thank you, and as always, go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go.